Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something seriously special lined up for you. We're taking a deep dive into one of the most futuristic, high-tech, and controversial electric SUVs on the market, the 2026 Tesla Model X. And not just any Model X, this one's in a stealthy, all-black finish that looks like it rolled right out of a sci-fi movie. Now, love Tesla or hate it, there's no denying that the Model X has been one of the most unique vehicles in the electric car world since its debut. With those iconic Falcon wing doors, Autopilot features, and blistering performance, it's a car that makes a statement. But now that we're in 2026, has it evolved enough to justify the premium price tag? Is it still a leader, or are competitors catching up? We're going to explore every detail of this machine, from the way it looks to the way it performs, how it feels on the inside, and of course, what kind of dent it'll leave in your wallet. So sit back, relax, and let's take a long, honest look at the 2026 Tesla Model X in black. Exterior. Let's start with the first thing anyone notices, the exterior. And let me just say, this blacked-out Model X is a real head-turner. The 2026 refresh doesn't bring a radical redesign, but Tesla has subtly refined the look for an even sleeker, more modern aesthetic. Up front, you've got that familiar, minimalist face. No grille, just a smooth, sculpted panel that flows seamlessly into the aerodynamic hood. The headlights are now slimmer and sharper, with adaptive LED matrix technology that adjusts the beam dynamically, great for night driving and pretty cool to watch in action. Moving to the sides, the flush door handles remain. They pop out when you approach with your key card or phone. The silhouette is unmistakable, low roofline, wide stance, and those massive 22-inch turbine wheels on this performance trim. They're finished in matte black to match the body, creating a murdered-out look that's both aggressive and elegant. Of course, the showstopper here is still the Falcon wing doors. Tesla has refined their opening mechanism yet again to be smoother and quieter, and the sensors are smarter now, meaning they're less likely to misread a garage ceiling or another car next to you. They still take a few seconds to open, which isn't always practical, but let's be real, they're cool as hell. At the rear, the taillights have been slightly revised, now with a smoked look to match the overall dark theme. The rear spoiler adjusts automatically based on speed to improve aerodynamics and range, and the badging is minimal, just the Tesla logo and a subtle, dual motor, or plaid, label, depending on the variant. Overall, the 2026 Model X in black is sleek, intimidating, and futuristic. It's a car that doesn't blend in, and honestly, that's part of the charm. Step inside, and you're greeted with a cabin that feels more spaceship than SUV. Tesla has taken its minimalist philosophy to the extreme here, but there's beauty in the simplicity. The first thing that catches your eye is the 17-inch landscape touchscreen in the center. It controls nearly everything: navigation, climate, audio, vehicle settings, and even the glove box. The screen is vibrant, super responsive, and now includes a new interface that's faster and more intuitive than previous versions. You can tilt it left or right, depending on whether the driver or passenger needs better visibility. The instrument cluster behind the yoke steering is another display, showing your speed, battery level, and all your driving data. And yes, I said yoke. Tesla still uses a yoke-style steering device instead of a traditional wheel. Some people love it, some hate it. Personally, it takes a little getting used to, especially in tight corners or parking lots. But on the highway, it feels futuristic and actually works pretty well. In terms of materials, the cabin is a step up from older Tesla models. The black vegan leather seats feel premium, and the fit and finish are finally at the level you'd expect in a luxury SUV. The wood trim is real, there's ambient lighting, and even the air vents are hidden, airflow is controlled digitally from the screen. Now let's talk about space. The Model X seats up to 7 passengers if you opt for the third-row configuration. Our test model has the 6-seat layout with captain's chairs in the second row, and honestly, it's the best choice for comfort and accessibility. The seats are heated and ventilated, with ample legroom and beautiful panoramic views thanks to the massive windshield that stretches over your head. Speaking of the windshield, it's still one of the biggest in the industry, and the tinting now adjusts dynamically based on sunlight, which is a neat touch. Cargo space is generous, with 88 cubic feet available when the seats are folded down. You also get a front trunk, or frunk, that adds even more storage, perfect for groceries, bags, or charging cables. And yes, let's talk tech. The infotainment system includes native apps like Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, and even full video games. Rear passengers get their own screen as well, making long road trips far more entertaining. The audio system is phenomenal, with 22 speakers delivering crisp highs, deep bass, and immersive surround sound. Tesla also added improved climate tech, HEPA filtration for the air, which they call bioweapon defense mode, and a new noise cancellation system that uses microphones to reduce road and wind noise in real time. Overall, the interior is futuristic, quiet, and packed with tech. It's not for everyone. If you like buttons and knobs, this isn't your vibe. But if you're into minimalist design and bleeding-edge features, it's a winner. Performance. Alright, let's talk about how this thing drives. The 2026 Model X comes in two configurations, the dual-motor all-wheel drive and the Plaid. The one we're testing today is the Plaid version, and let me tell you, it's ridiculous. This SUV has 3 electric motors producing a combined 1,020 horsepower. Let that sink in for a second, over 1,000 horsepower in a family-sized SUV. This thing is capable of 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. That's supercar territory. In fact, it'll leave most sports cars in the dust from a standstill. Power delivery is instant. There's no gear shifting, no delay, just pure torque the moment you press the pedal. It pins you to your seat, and honestly, it's hard not to laugh the first few times you do a full throttle launch. Handling has improved over previous years too. Tesla has refined the air suspension system, which now adjusts not just based on speed and road conditions, but also navigation data. So if the car knows a sharp turn is coming up, it'll stiffen the suspension proactively. Despite the size and weight, around 5,400 pounds, the Model X feels surprisingly nimble. The center of gravity is low thanks to the underfloor battery pack, and it stays composed through corners. Steering is light but accurate, and reg and braking can be adjusted to suit your style. You can even do one-pedal driving, where lifting off the accelerator slows the car down significantly. Of course, range is a huge factor in any EV. The dual-motor version gives you around 348 miles on a full charge, while the Plaid drops slightly to about 333 miles due to the performance-focused tuning. Real-world range will vary depending on how you drive, your climate, and how much you're using the HVAC and entertainment systems. Charging is fast if you're near a supercharger. Tesla's V3 superchargers can add up to 175 miles in 15 minutes. At home, it's slower, expect a full charge overnight with a level 2 charger. Autopilot and full self-driving are still optional upgrades. The 2026 model includes Tesla's latest hardware, they call it Hardware 5, with improved sensors and onboard processing power. Basic autopilot comes standard, offering adaptive cruise and lane keeping, but full self-driving still costs extra and still isn't fully autonomous. It's improving, but it's not hands-off yet. Still, even as it stands today, driving the Model X is both exhilarating and relaxing, a rare combo. Pricing. Now let's get to the money. The 2026 Tesla Model X is not cheap, let's be clear about that. The base dual-motor all-wheel drive version starts at around $96,000 before incentives or options. That includes a lot of standard features, but most buyers will add some extras, different wheels, better interior, or the full self-driving package, which adds $12,000. That starts at $112,000, and with all the options loaded, including the 6-seat layout, 22-inch wheels, premium interior, and FSD, you're looking at around $130,000 out the door. Now, that's a lot of money, but it's competitive with high-performance luxury SUVs like the BMW iX M60, Mercedes EQS SUV, or even the Porsche Cayenne Turbo e-Hybrid. The difference is, none of those can do 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds while seating 6 adults and offering nearly 350 miles of range. Tesla also includes free software updates, which means your car actually gets better over time, something most other manufacturers still haven't matched. And if you're eligible for EV tax credits or local incentives, you might be able to shave a few thousand off that sticker price. So, while it's expensive, the value is there if you're looking for a high-performance, tech-loaded electric SUV. Conclusion. So, is the 2026 Tesla Model X still king of the EV hill? Well, it's complicated. If you want something that feels like it belongs in the future, with insane acceleration, cutting-edge tech, and a design that still turns heads, the Model X is hard to beat. The black finish gives it an aggressive elegance, and in plaid trim, it's one of the fastest production SUVs in the world. It's not perfect, the yoke isn't for everyone, the infotainment can be overwhelming at first, and it's definitely pricey. But as a package, it's a thrilling, luxurious, and unique experience that very few vehicles can match. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive review, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more long-form car content, and drop a comment below letting us know, would you buy the 2026 Model X, or is there another EV SUV on your radar? Until next time, drive safe and stay inspired.